Lady Noble 365 Health. Welcome to my channel. I really appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you'll love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This can be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. All are welcome on this channel, and all contributions are highly appreciated as well. Okay. Tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. Okay. First card that we have here is the Nine of Swords. Okay. And in this picture, in this depiction, as you see this van, there's lots of swords pointing at this van. So I'm picking up collective. You could be moving forward. You could be on the journey, working towards progress in your life. You could be on a road trip as well, but working towards progress in your life. But you could feel like you're being attacked at different angles. And Spirit is saying to be aware that this energy is not yours. This energy is someone else projecting onto you. And when I say projecting, this could be someone that is wishing and desiring to see you in the energy of the Ten of Wands, to see you in the energy of feeling like you are burdened, like you are unable to connect, with source, to connect with spirit, to connect with nature. But no weapon that they form will prosper against you, Spirit is saying. And so if you are feeling this negative projection, this is not your energy. This is someone who is in the energy, they're in the business, minding your business, collective, okay? And so that's a them problem. That happens whenever you are on a journey, of working towards progress in your life. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what is it, your belief system is. There will always be a naysayer, that opposing energy that wants you to sit down because you're standing up, that wants you not to be yourself. I'm also picking up you're someone who's very unorthodox. You do not believe in following trends. You're very different. You stand out. You could be someone who maybe in your upbringing, maybe you felt left out. Maybe you felt quite different, different from your family. You couldn't put your finger on it, but you knew something was different about you, collective. So that is not your energy. That is someone who is in low vibration and a lack mentality, who is desiring to see you in the energy of the Ten of Wands. But just because someone desires to see you there doesn't mean that it's going to happen, okay? And so we have to be mindful of the energy that we project onto others, because what we put out will return to us. And so the very energy that they are trying to confirmation project will return to them fast and steady. Okay, as a loud vehicle you just heard, okay, will return to them. So we have to be mindful of the energy that we project onto others. Okay, and so I'm picking up that you are minding your business. You're very focused on yourself. I'm picking up some musician energy. You could be a singer, a rapper, a writer, an artist, a musician. You could be very multifaceted. Someone who knows how to play the piano, someone who knows how to play the saxophone. You know how to play a lot of different instruments. You're very talented. You could be part of some kind of band. You could be on the road traveling. Okay, and what it is, it's your light that shines. It's your light that shines. You have received enlightenment. You have taken the steps necessary to seek this enlightenment. And what it is, those who are in observation of you, they don't like it. But guess what? Once again, that is a them problem with the Ace of Swords. So you have received clarity on your path, on your mission, which way you should go in your life. And these people who are projecting and observing you, these are people who are unhealed. These are people who are in a lack mentality. These are people who have low self-esteem. They cannot see themselves in this van, taking a road trip, being brave, trusting that they're going to be victorious and successful. They cannot see themselves being famous or world renowned. They cannot see themselves being confident or starting a business or finishing school. They cannot see themselves actually putting in the work and allowing the healing process to begin, so that they don't continue to project this on to anyone else as well as themselves. Not knowing that this energy, residing in an energy that is unhealed and very nefarious and low vibrational, it just creates self-stagnation. You inflict it onto yourself when you choose not to do the work that is necessary, okay? You're very brave and you're very courageous. Look how she stands, on this on this wand here, on the sword here, and there's a gap here. Clearly, you can see that there's a gap. She's on her tippy toes. She has lights in one hand, receiving enlightenment, information from source. She has a book in the other hand. The wind is blowing. You see the wind. You see the birds standing on her tippy toes, knowing there is a possibility that she could slip off this sword and fall. But there's confidence here in this card here. Then this two of swords energy here. I'm sorry, page of swords. In this page of swords energy here, there is confidence in this card here. This person is very confident. Yes, her hands are full. Yes, the sword is slim. She's on her tippy toes. There's a gap there where she could possibly fall. But this person is trusting the process, trusting that there's a higher power at play, assisting at all times, no matter what it looks like to you, collective. And so you are brave. Like I said, they are someone, these people who are projecting this negative energy, wanting to see you in the Ten of Wands energy, want to see you so burdensome. They want to see you in the energy of being stagnant, just standing there, unable to move forward. But I see you doing opposite. I see you persevering and moving past it, being very focused on yourself. So these are people who lack this energy, courage and enlightenment. They have no spiritual connection. These could be people who don't believe, who don't have a belief system here. Okay? And it doesn't matter what your religion is, your cultural practice, all are welcome on this channel, okay? There's a fear of you reaching this Nine of Pentacles. There's a fear. This could be family, friends. This could be people you dated, old co-workers, neighbors, whoever are in observation. They know that your intentions are pure with the white here. And see, as she reached for this pentacle here and connecting with spirit and source, bringing that ninth pentacle in, saying, here, my darling, none of your work has gone unnoticed. And so there's a fear of your success. There are people who are around you, collective, who are afraid of your success. And your life is like a reflection. The actions that you take in your life personally, it rubs people some kind of way because we all are reflections of each other, as I always speak on. And it reminds people, it's like you take an action towards progress, it makes people look at themselves. Now, we're supposed to be encouraged and inspired when we see other people working on themselves, working towards progress, being happy, smiling. We're supposed to be inspired and encouraged. But instead, mankind tends to become envious, jealous, or want to try to sabotage. But when you know who you are constantly working on self-development, no one can waver you with the King of Swords. No one can take you off your throne because you're very tuned in. Even in those spaces and places that seem dark, you're able to see with the owl here. You're able to see, and no weapon that they try to form will ever prosper against you. The next card we have here is strength. You or someone around you could have Leo in your chart, but you are very well balanced and you have the strength to persevere and pull through. This is what scares people, your strength as well as your success, because they know that your intentions are pure. And when I say pure, meaning the things that you partake in, collective, you're partaking in these things because this is who you are. You're not imitating or duplicating someone else's lifestyle. You're not in competition with anyone. You're not trying to be something that you're not. You're in your own lane, living your own life, and you're very confident doing so. You're not asking for permission to be happy. You always have something to do, Spirit is saying. You've always got it popping and non-stopping. And that's why you're constantly receiving that equal reciprocity from source, from the universe, from spirit. That's why it looks like to the observer that you are always winning. Darn. Collective's always winning. Darn. The collective's always got something going on. They're always smiling. They're always coming in the house with bags. They always kikiing because your intentions are pure. Your intentions are pure. There is no nefarious projection or intentions. And it's all about being mindful of your intentions and the way you move here on planet Earth is very important. You can have things in the back of your mind and think that it's not seen, felt, or heard, but spirit knows, source knows when you're not being unpure. It's just like smiling at someone and then calling them a bitch up under your breath, or someone speaks to you and then you say slut. That's being heard and felt, and that's a vibration. Everything carries a vibration. Everything around us carries a frequency. And it's not about you believing in something. It's just like gravity. It is what it is. And so those who think that they can continue to run amok spiritually, especially when it comes to projecting negative energy onto other people, they have to pay for that. But we do not have to sit with a looking glass. Confirmation, okay? Confirmation with the loud truck in the background. We do not have to sit with a looking glass hoping and wishing for anyone's downfall because we are confident people here on this channel. My viewers are people who are going places, doing things, okay? Making things happen. You have no time, nor do you waste your currency, aka your energy, your currency, your energy on projecting negativity or waiting to see someone doing bad or hoping someone is miserable. We get no kicks and giggles out of that. Not over here, not my viewers. And because you're high vibing beings, because you are people who are seeking enlightenment, working towards enlightenment, standing in who you are and in your power, it ruffles feathers. People are angry, collective, because you're willing to take the steps to get there. Okay? No one is doing anything that the next person can't do. We all are given the same amount of time per day. But the difference is you're willing to take the steps to get there. There are many of people who want many things, but you're willing to take the steps to get there. And that's a big difference. That's very big. That's huge. There people want, they hope, pray, and talk about I should do this and I need that but are you willing to do the work for it, hunty? Everything is where it needs to be. I received this download a couple of days ago and I just did a reading on it. Everything is where it needs to be according to action, according to our action. And as I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking to myself, according to our own personal actions. Everything right now, collective, is where it needs to be, according to our actions, as well as many other actions, spiritually speaking, on many other levels, respectfully so. Okay? You refuse to be in this binded state of mind. You refuse to accept the conditioning of the masses, the conditioning of the programming, the conditioning of the NLP. You refuse to accept these things. You see your true image, okay? You see your true image. They want you in this image because this is where they are, in darkness. This is the energy of someone who gives themselves excuses. This is the energy of someone who does a lot of negative self-talk. This is an energy of someone who plot plans and strategize against others. Well, what you put out will always come back to you. It's law. It's written. You can run, but karma does not forget an address. You cannot hide. And so Spirit wants you to stay focused on loving yourself, pouring into yourself, traveling, building, creating, staying spiritually inclined, vibing with those who vibe with you, those who are supportive of you. Don't surround yourself or assert yourself around people whom you have to constantly apologize for who you are or explain why you're doing this and doing that. Make sure that you are continuously vibing with your tribe. Make sure that you are constantly allowing yourself to give birth to those new projects and ideas, okay? And if it's a child, congratulations on that also. But this can also, the Emperor is very nurturing, caring, represents new ideas, being creative, and not allowing the opinions of what someone else is thinking or saying to stop you, honey. Okay, honey? Don't allow the opinions of others to stop you from giving birth for what's written in the stars for you, what is meant for you, okay? There are no mistakes. Everything is where it needs to be according to actions that have been taken, as well as pre-orchestrated actions as well on many levels. The next card we have here is the Queen of Pentacles. It's all about you being confident, being secure, being spiritually connected, allowing them antennas, okay? Allowing them antennas to receive the messages from source, okay? And being able to go within, but being rest assured and being in security. This is the energy of someone who is secure and very tuned into themselves. Yes, life will always be lifing, the world will always be whirling, But in between time, in the meantime, what will you be doing, collective? How will you continuously see yourself through to the other side? No one wants it more than you. You're on a good path. Stay focused on yourself. Do not engage with the goofy. If you give a clown an audience, they will perform. You may hear gossip of someone trying to slander your name. You may hear about rumors, but Spirit is saying for you to stay on your square. Don't let it move you because their goal is to shake you up. Their goal is to get you off course. Their goal is to see you screaming and shouting and all upset. Their goal is to agitate you. Don't let them do it. Do not even entertain it. Okay? They're NPCs, non-playable characters. You know the ones in the video games that don't even have any weapons? You know, they have nothing in their arsenal. They're just in the background, standing there, just looking. They're NPCs. They're bots, soulless beings. Yes, we live amongst them here in the Matrix on planet Earth as a human. They do exist. There are people out here who feel they have nothing to live for. There are people out here who are so low vibing and they're so mean and so hateful that they are desiring and wanting everybody else to be miserable just like them, wanting everyone to be sad just like them. There is everyone who has a story to tell about something that they experienced that was sad to them, about somebody they lost that hurt them, about some kind of mistreatment that was wrong. We all have a story to tell, and no one's pain is lighter than anyone else's. But it is possible to overcome. And there's a portion of people in our world, in our society, that want you to feel and think that you can't overcome, you can't rise, you can't heal, you can't be successful, you can't be beautiful, you can't be confident. It's a lie. Don't believe the lie. Don't feed the fears. Like they tell you at the zoo, don't feed the animals. Collective, don't feed the fears. Don't believe the hype. You are important. You do matter. All that you desire is obtainable. You are beautiful. You are handsome. You are wealthy. You are healthy. Don't believe the hype. Don't be so stuck on what's trending in the media or the television that it distracts you and clouds your view of who you are. Stay in tune. Stay in tune. Stay in tune so that you can keep that spiritual connection strong between you and Source. Nobody's life is perfect. That's not what we're talking about. But being able to land on your feet, knowing who you are, knowing what energy is yours and what isn't yours, knowing what to give your attention to and what to just simply ignore. And 99.99999% of the ish that you see in here, you should be ignoring. If it's not about you, it's not about progressing, love, happiness, guess what? You just really should not be interested. You should really just not be interested. And you don't have to be confrontational, to convey this message. You can just be silent. You have free will. You are the conductor of the train. You are the captain of the ship. You are the pilot. You are the driver. You are one of the creators of your world. You are one of the creators of your world. There is a massive portion of people who do not want to see you win. This is their job. It may be part of their mission. They're put here to distract you, to make you feel embarrassed, to make you feel, oh, I don't look cool enough. I can't do that. Oh, they're going to laugh at me. Never mind the naysayers. Never mind the naysayers. Get out of your head. Never mind the naysayers. Nobody wants it more than you. Nobody's going to want you to be happy and successful more than you, collective. Nobody is going to want you to be victorious more than you. No one is going to want you to smile more than you. You do not need these people permission. And what's trendy? Oh, we should really be over that. What's trendy is a person who chooses to step out on faith and walk away from what no longer serves them. Even though these bags may be heavy, even though I may have to endure some short term discomfort, I may have to live somewhere I don't want to live, I may have to tolerate something I don't want to tolerate, but it's temporary. But it's temporary. But it's temporary. It's not forever. It's temporary. A temporary sacrifice for long term peace. A temporary sacrifice for a long term success and victory. Doesn't matter what your situation look like, whatever it is you want to work on or move towards, Spirit is saying now is the time, do it. Pack your things and get to trucking. That's a long journey. Look at all that she's carrying, male or female. That's a long journey to have all this to carry. But this person is trucking alone, not making excuses. You take one step, Spirit will take a step. God will take a step. Yahweh will take a step. Elohim take a step. Your ancestors always taking steps. Every day, trying to get your attention and let you know to stay focused. There are people who don't want to go through the rebirth. They don't want to go through it. They rather stay where they are. Confirmation. They rather stay where they are because it's comfortable there. There are really people who are afraid of success, but they're afraid of your success. It freaks them out because it's a reflection. It's a reflection. See that glare? It's a reflection. If you're victorious, it makes me look at myself. Oh, what have I been doing? The collective is successful. What have I been doing? Oh, the collective smiling today. I'm over here saying, what have I been doing? Every step you take, it makes people look at themselves. And that's where the friction comes in. That's where the envy and the jealousy comes in. People want to betray people, sabotage people, lie on them, slander their character. Don't allow no one to tempt you. This is just temptation. Don't allow anyone to tempt you. You've put in too much work. You come too far. You've been hoping, wishing, praying for this, and I'm picking up that you're here. You're in the midst. You're at the beginning or you're in the middle of your success. Life is continuous. Life is a marathon. It's a journey. It's never ending. When you transition from planet Earth, you're just going to another realm. It's continuous. It's a journey. It's a marathon. Continue to accept who you are. You're doing lovely. Let nothing distract you. Even on your days where you don't feel your best, even on your days you may say you're tired, Spirit is saying, go ahead and take a break. Take a break for a minute. That don't mean you have to quit, because the goal is not to quit. And that's in all things. We give up so quick, so swiftly in a lot of things, not giving it a chance. Whether it's your hair color, a diet plan, working out, saving money, we give up so often. We give up too often. It's all about the momentum, allowing the time to accumulate, to bring about that reaction from your actions. It's the momentum. Everyone wants the Ace of Cups. It's talked about, it's dreamed about, it's fantasized, it's preached about. Everyone wants the overflow. Everyone wants to be at the top. Everybody wants the most followers, the most likes, the most money, the best car, the biggest house, the biggest butt, the smallest waistline, the best food, the brightest smile. Everybody wants the top. Everybody wants the all, the all, the all, the all, the all, the all, the all. But how many are willing to do the work to get there? That's the difference between you and other people. You're willing to do the work. Not only are you willing to do the work, collective, you keep doing the work. You keep showing up. There are people watching, hoping you give up, hoping you throw in a towel, hoping you get back into that woe is me pity party. Somebody hoping you pull up to their house you ain't seen in a while, so they can work their magic of projecting their negative, nefarious tendencies onto you. with them diabolical thoughts and tainted energy. They want to taint your energy. They want to taint your aura. Collective, the difference between you and them, you keep doing this. You keep showing up. You keep shining bright. You keep showing up. You keep showing up. You keep showing up. You know who you are. That's why she's looking up. Like, there I go. This is who you have always been. You may have not acknowledged it because we all have different points in our life where we have to learn lessons in order to come into our true self and who we are and our value and what we're worth, what we're willing to tolerate and what we're not, how to put first things first. She's looking up and she's saying, there I go. I always knew it. Some of you always have known that you were a star. Whether you are famous, whether you are world renowned, whether you're building fame, a star can mean many things. A star can also be someone who just shines bright. When you walk into a room, your aura, your energy is powerful. It's magnified. And you are proud of yourself. Spirit is saying, hold your head up high and keep smiling. Let them look. Let them listen. Let them watch. Enlightenment always needs a witness, says the Buddha. This next card we're closing out with, that's if I ain't led to pick up another card, collective, is the Sun card. You done went from looking up saying, there it go, always knew I was a star, and bam, the Sun. You got your arms open wide. You done went from sitting and kneeling and looking up at your reflection, and then the Sun comes and shine on you to confirm it. Yes, collective, this is where you belong and this is where you are. This is a positive card. This is abundance. This is prosperity. This is support. This is love. This is confirmation you are on the right track. So no matter what they keep throwing your way while you're on this journey, you could be taking a road trip, you could be in a band, or you could be making a change in your life on a journey, mentally, spiritually on a journey, or you could be on one in the physical. No matter how many you are feeling are trying to attack you, are trying to tempt you, Spirit is confirming to you why. You're looking at your reflection, and now you're on your feet and your arms are open wide. The Sun is confirming who you are and that you're on the right path. Keep shining, continue to be great.